Carly Fiorina was not on the main stage last night, but she's getting buzz for a strong showing in the undercard debate. And Carly Fiorina joins us now. Good morning, Mrs. Fiorina. Great to have you on New Day.
Good morning, Allison.
Do you want to respond to that breaking news that Lindsey Graham has just announced that he'll endorse Jeb Bush?
Well, I don't find it particularly surprising, actually. These are two long-serving members of the political establishment.
Okay, so let's talk about the debate last night. How did you think it went?
Well, look, I am always pleased to have an opportunity to talk to the American people about solutions, about the fact that this is a game that's been played by crony capitalists and political insiders for decades. And the problem is it's a game that hasn't served the American people. I think I was the only person on both stages who actually talked about how we're going to solve these problems. I saw a nasty fight between the ultimate insiders, two of whom claim to be outsiders, but they're the ultimate insiders. A nasty fight over power and position had nothing to do with the American people. It had nothing to do with solutions. What I offer is leadership. Leadership to restore a citizen government. Leadership to actually solve our festering problems. Leadership to take our country back.
You always manage to have many memorable lines in these debates, and last night was no different. And in fact, one of your lines, well, many of your lines, the crowd always seems to eat up. So let's play one that was particularly buzzworthy.
I'm not a political insider. I haven't spent my lifetime running for office. The truth is I've had and been blessed by a lot of opportunities to do a lot of things in my life. And unlike another woman in this race, I actually love spending time with my husband.
Okay, so the crowd liked that. That was obviously a dig at Hillary Clinton. How do you know if she loves spending time with her husband?
Look, Hillary Clinton has spent her entire life on a quest for power. She has avoided prosecution more times than El Chapo, honestly. We run out of gates to describe the scandals. Bill and Hillary Clinton are the ultimate insiders. The Clinton Global Initiative is like a Ponzi scheme, with Bill and Hillary Clinton on top selling access and influence to our government. So, Mrs. Clinton craves power once again. She wants to be in the White House. The truth is, she's more qualified for the big house. That is why I am continuing to talk about the reality that the political establishment, of which Mrs. Clinton is example exhibit A, the political establishment does not serve the interests of the American people.
I mean, it's interesting that you as a woman, though, would say that she craves power. It's almost as though you're suggesting she should be at home with her husband. You know, you're not saying...
Not at all. Not at all. The men are craving power as well. That's what I just said about the second debate. That was a debate between ultimate political insiders. Donald Trump's an insider. Ted Cruz is an insider. And they are arguing over their own power and position. Look, the political establishment exists in both parties. I have said that consistently all along.
Yes, but
and the political establishment doesn't serve the American people.
Sure, but I mean, you decided to talk about Hillary Clinton's marriage. You didn't say that Donald Trump should be at home spending time with his wife.
Oh, I think you're really reaching here, Allison. I linked Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump together. One sits inside government, raking in millions, handing out influence and access. The other, Donald Trump, sits outside government, raking in billions, buying people like Hillary Clinton. It's a great game. It's a game for them. It's not a game for the American people. And I am running for office because I think we need to return power to the citizens of this nation, which is where it belongs.
Obviously, in the hours after any debate, the fact checkers burned the midnight oil, and they said that there was something that didn't pass muster that you said last night, so let me play that for you.
The president wouldn't even mention the fact that Iran had taken 2 Navy boats and our sailors hostage. He didn't mention the fact that they violated the Geneva Convention.
Okay, so the fact checkers say that this didn't violate. The Geneva Convention applies to 2 countries that are at war. The U.S. is not at war with Iran.
Look, here's why they violated the Geneva Convention, with all due respect to the fact-checkers who also said that I wasn't a secretary. The reason they violated the Geneva Convention, it is against the convention to show sailors, soldiers, in the positions that they were shown, on their knees, with their hands behind their back. It is against the Geneva Convention to show the faces of these people. They put those sailors at risk, and they knew it. And the last time I looked, Iran is an adversary. The Geneva Convention is something that all nations should uphold, and they did not. And so the fact that the president wouldn't mention that, the fact that our Secretary of State almost thanked them, apologized for them, this is an example of the fact that this administration, including Hillary Clinton, do not understand the nature of Iran and the fact that it is an adversary.
After these debates, your numbers always spike. People always think that you turn in a very solid, impressive performance. But then your numbers go down after that. And I'm wondering, after this one, how you plan to harness this momentum and not see a drop in the polls.
Well, actually, Allison, I think those facts are incorrect. In yet another poll that came out yesterday, I am 6th nationally. I am tied for 5th in New Hampshire, where I am today, with 3 governors, each of whom have spent tens of millions of dollars on air, and I haven't spent a dime yet. I will also tell you that unlike many of the people on the main stage, I'll be on the ballot on all 50 states. Unlike many of the people on the main stage, I have leadership teams in 25 states. Unlike many of the people on the main stage, I have a robust ground game going in the early states. So, coming from 17 out of 16 to 6th nationally and tied with people who spent millions of dollars, I think I've had a very steady trajectory here. And the more people hear me, the more support me, which is why I look forward to the first vote being cast. And let us just remember, there hasn't been a single vote cast. There has been a lot of commentary and a lot of polls, but not a single vote has been cast.
There you go, 17 days from today. Carly Fiorina, thank you for being on New Day.